What do you get when you mix two white boys, both named Mike? A thing for Justin Timberlake and a piercing above your eye. Was he high? Their stories alone could make you cry. That's when you want to make your Irish goodbye.
Oh, boy, that stuff you said before we officially start was good. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Irish Goodbye Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Michael Shanicus Canicus. With me, as always, through Digisphere.
Mike Feeney. I'm
Yes.
here.
I miss you. I miss you and Alex. I miss human contact. I feel like if I could only just reach through this, through my computer and touch your little whiskers, it would be a better day.
Yeah. You got to see these bad boys up close and personal.
I don't actually. They're as offensive as I imagine, just even coming through an SD computer screen.
Yeah.
How do you
Alex,
see me okay? Because my computer is from the early aughts, so who knows if I have like 4 pixels going or what.
No, you're up to 10 pixels, I think. You're doing all right. You know,
cool.
You got the hair. The hair's color's growing out.
I know, you see that? I have like 16 colors of roots because I'm pink, I'm blonde, I'm brown, and I'm gray.
What are you doing next?
It's like the rainbow of depression.
Where are you going next?
I'm just gonna leap right off the top of this house, to be perfectly honest.
I meant hair color, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, I was thinking in terms of like what I'm gonna do next, just because I'm on the edge, fella. How are you feeling today?
I'm okay. Wait, Alex, can you come on camera for a sec? Because I noticed, Alex has this. Are you? First of all, let me ask you this: are you wearing makeup?
A little bit, yeah.
Because you can tell, because you have like this like dewy, like a good dewy. You know what I mean?
It's like Enrique Iglesias music video dew.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, thank you.
like somewhere in the Florida Keys, early afternoon, sweating, but there's a nice cool breeze, so I'm okay, kind of a thing.
It's 4th vacation pina colada face sweat.
Yeah. You're just sweating out the sugars.
And you have bright colors on. I feel like you're trying to put some pizzazz in quarantine.
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm definitely trying. It's been rough, I feel.
How do you feel on a daily basis? Do you miss your deli boyfriend?
Yeah, I've been like not thinking about the situation like all day and then waking up with it on my mind as if I've been like having nightmares about it all night long. So
isn't human consciousness hilarious? Because you can trick yourself into thinking that you are productive and you're maintaining a semblance of sanity, and then just from the muck come all the shadow people from ghosts that pull Willie into hell.
And it's just, your subconscious is just running on a hamster wheel in the background, just being like, wait until she lets her guard down for even a second.
Yeah, dude. My subconscious is twisted around the knob of a 9-volt battery and then injected into a potato, and it's
and your tongue is touching it.
Yeah. It's just constantly lighting the way home. But I feel mostly good. I feel a bit psychotic. Every single day I've been pretty productive, but with that production comes the I'm still inside. I don't have that nightly reprieve of getting out there and talking to other people and being social and yelling my problems at a group of strangers that have paid to absorb it.
Well, I tried to get out. We decided, because the dog park is now closed, but we wanted to get Jeet to be able to at least get some fresh air more than just a standard walk. And also, every time we go to our parking garage now, when we open the garage door, he thinks he's going to the dog park. So he gets like crazy excited. So we're trying to break him of that. So we're like, let's take him somewhere else. Let's go down to Astoria Park. We'll walk along the water there, and that'll be nice. It was like a beautiful day. It was 2 days ago. It was like, whatever, it was 70 fucking degrees or something. So I go down there, Erica and I, and he's like super like overexcited and fucking flipping out. But we end up going there, and then Sagalo meets up with us, and the first thing Sagalo sees as he walks up, Erica and I have masks on because
because
medical.
because that's what's recommended.
Yeah.
And it's how people are. Sagalo, I'm assuming, is just busting like dry skin all over everybody, and you're just breathing in his flakes.
His direct quote was, "Whoa, that's pretty cool. Did you guys make those? What are those for?" And I was like, have you not even seen what's going on? I was like, I was like, look around. And he was like, oh, wow, everybody's wearing masks. Should I get a mask?
Did everybody join the Foot Clan overnight? I don't understand it. If it wouldn't be too much of an effort for the fire to burn him, I would say toss him right in a furnace. But his body is so dense and big that it would actually soak up the fire resource for the rest of the city.
I don't think that's how fire works.
I think it's how it works in my imagination. But first of all, let's start this episode with a classic, maybe 45-minute drubbing of one Brendan Zagalo, because
he hates this.
is. I know, and I hate him right now. And I don't. I'm just taking out my frustration on everybody who I'm in close proximity with, out on Brendan, who I can't see.
Yeah,
but he had coronavirus.
Mhm.
Let's get that straight. He had coronavirus. He lost his sense of taste. He lost his sense of smell. He had no idea what was going on. And then, of course, that story came out that's part of the symptoms, right? So he did supposedly the right thing, even though he continued to meet you out at the dog park. And he still kind of like went out, but said he wasn't like, he was staying away from people, whatever that means. That probably just means he was like running his hands against the wall of like, of Astoria. But like, now he's continuing to go out and be social, and this kid is nothing but an outbreak monkey.
Yeah, I don't know. I think at the very least he should wear a mask, and
or gloves.
Gloves, maybe.
I mean,
we had a nice little walk. We did like a 2-mile fucking walk around down by the water and stuff, and there was
he did.
Yeah, I mean, well, he was like, well, it was funny because I was like, oh, have you ever gone down here? I've never gone down this way. He's like, yeah. He's like, usually I only go to like right here, though. It was like 4 blocks from his house. And then we kept walking, and he was like, all
usually
right.
I go here and then clutch the knees of my jeans in an attempt to get my breath.
But no, we had a nice walk, and we were just fucking, he got to hang out with Jeet, and then he got ice cream because he was very hungover from out partying the night before, which is so funny because I messaged him and Robbie Slowick because we play Call of Duty together, and I was like, hey, you guys want to play some Call of Duty? And he's like, I'm out right now. And both Robbie and I were like, you're out right now? He's like, yeah, I'm partying. We're like, what do you mean out right now? You can't be.
No, you can't be, you shouldn't be, especially considering he had the actual illness. And now he's taking that stance like he's like too tough to talk to. Like, you're like, hey man, you shouldn't suck my balls. All right? Just like suck my butt. You're not my parents. And it's like, yeah, cool, dude, but you obviously cannot read or choose not to. So, yeah, you just can't or choose not to. And you don't understand the severity of what you're doing to others. Yes, your somehow wheezing, respiratory system handled coronavirus. I can't believe it did. Yeah. I would assume that his lungs would have collapsed in on themselves and just, evaporated from the spilling stomach acid.
All the fizz from the Pepsi really just it wouldn't let it boiled it alive.
Yeah, whatever that blue champagne that he had last night just completely stored and preserved his fucking dumb lungs. Yeah. But I mean, it's a frustrating thing to talk to him about because he is now one of those people who is a combative, like almost where it's active ignorance.
We taught him well.
Yeah. Who else do we know that's that way?
Yeah, I don't know. Not me. Fuck you.
No, I'm personally somebody who you could always reason with and who will always lend an ear when he thinks, when I think somebody has a valid point.
I have some things to get into here. Not much, you wouldn't believe. But
we could always circle back to Brendan. I have more. As I'm scrolling through my notes, I have several things written, and then Brendan.
Brendan has his own page. But I want to. This is like I'm going to start this out by saying this is quite a petty thing, but when we got little to nothing going on, it's all on the table, buddy. And had it not.
Isn't that the funny part of quarantine is now issues that would have been like, shaken off of us like a case of fleas, now they've become our world. So it's like if people on Twitter thought we were maniacs before with how responsive we are, it's like, buddy, I got nothing but time. I'm answering YouTube comments, kid.
Yeah.
I'm all over. I'm literally searching out pain, and then I'm like a mercenary attacking, and then I'm watching other people's videos that have 5 views, and I'm bringing that into the comment.
Dude,
reply.
I found that this is unrelated to what I'm going to talk about, but very close. I found somebody told me that they had put my popcorn video up on some like meme video that, it was like some aggregate, like a clip show kind of a thing where it's like the best like surprises of 2020, whatever. And it has like 500,000 views, and my clip is in it, but I'm not credited, I'm not tagged. So then I just commented like, hey man, can you plug my YouTube channel in the comment section, or in the fucking description or whatever. Person never writes back. But then I started seeing all the people being like, he clipped off the beginning and the end, so that he just shows me like buying all this popcorn and then getting excited, and like there's nothing, like there's no context. So everyone's just like,
look like a big dweeb.
Everyone's like, what a fucking idiot, what a dumb moron. Why would he go there? So then I started like, last night I was drinking, I smoked a little bit. Then I'm like, oh yeah, with this dumb moron, I've gotten a viral video and 50 bags of popcorn out of it. Like I'm screaming.
Dude, I spent a full day screaming at anti-circumcision people. Like, and I mean, these are mentally ill, 100% victims of molestation. Like, all of them speak about circumcision like it was a fresh rape. They're, have your opinion on it. Who cares? But the way these people discuss it and talk about it and like, and try to like prove their point, it's like, it's just the verbiage of mentally ill. But I am like hammering these people and saying like, just yes ending their psychosis and going into like joking on their psychosis. And it's like it didn't dawn on me until way later that I was like, oh, I should take this video. Now I have to take the video down because the video's not bad, but my behavior in the comment section is.
Yeah. I might have gone back and deleted one or two of those popcorn responses, but but so I'm on TikTok, and I got some notifications, and I go to read one of them, and which is sprinkled throughout some of my videos, and I'm thankful that they have a lot of comments, so they kind of get drowned in them, but once in a while they kind of poke up like a buoy, so I see one guy who calls me a simp, right? Which is just like the new generation's way of just, I guess, saying cuck or beta or whatever the hell whatever they version of whatever.
What is it? Is it simpleton?
I assume that's what it's like. Alex, look up the like Urban Dictionary of simp, because I know what it like means, but I don't know what it's like derived from. I would assume simpleton. That's what I would think. But
right. But that might be too old of a word.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be for some, probably just for simple or something like that.
Yeah.
But so the guy calls me a simp, right? Which I'm, whatever. I was like, there's no reason to. Oh, okay. Oh, submissive. Okay, so it is a cuck essentially.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it's what people turned cuck into. So cuck used to be when you'd watch a guy bang your wife in front of you, but then people started calling Metzger a cuck because he worked for Schumer. People would call you a cuck for Hillary, all that stuff, which obviously doesn't make sense. But simp, that makes sense. A man that puts himself in a subservient, submissive position under women in hopes of winning them over without the female bringing anything to the table. So it's Twitter.
Yeah.
It's progressive Twitter.
It's woke Twitter.
Yeah.
So whatever, the guy calls me a simp, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. It's it'll roll right off me. However, I notice his handle. It says, I'm not gonna say his name, but because I actually don't even remember, but Alex would know it. But it just says like blank comedy. Mm-hmm. So I go, huh. So then I click on the guy's profile, 11 followers or something. But he's a stand-up comedian.
Oh, sure.
So now I get angry because the comment wouldn't have bothered me if he was a normal person. But like, so wait a minute, you're a stand-up comedian, or at least claiming to be one.
Sure.
And you are commenting on a stand-up comedian's video, trolling another stand-up comedian, which, by the way, the one you're trolling has over 3 million views. So you're fucking an idiot. You're just you're insulting one that's doing very well while you have no content, right?
This seems to be an ongoing thing, like, because I'm getting comedians from small towns, also on YouTube, also on whatever, on every single platform. And like I said, because I have all the time in the world, I'm engaging with these people, and I'm going through their page and I'm finding what they do. And then I'm messaging them point by point what they suck at. And there's so many comedians from Who Gives a Fuckville, Ohio, that are like trying to take shots. And I'm like, buddy, I'm living your dream life. You nobody from nowhere, which the same can be said about every retard on Reddit, every loser on Twitter, all that stuff. All these people that listen to, even Legion of Skanks and then call us fags because of whatever. All these people
because our friends that are Legion of Skanks decided to have us on their show. So
yeah, exactly. So we are living legitimately the best version of the life that they see for themselves, but they are still in the dark netherworld of loser martyrdom, just clacking on their fucking computers and, being a fucking non-union plumber. They're doing
They're out of the loop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking dummies. Keep going.
So anyway, so then I'm like you said, time is bountiful. So I just go, let's really investigate this guy. I'll give him a quick Goog because I want to see this comedy. I want to see how established of a comic he is. And of course he's not. He's done it probably a handful of times, but I found his YouTube channel. And this is the petty episode.
How difficult was was it linked to his TikTok or how difficult?
God, no. But it was on Google. It was on the first page of Google.
I love that you took the fraction of his name that was showing in the thing, and then you Google searched, and then you combed through Google to find exactly what you were looking for.
But it was on the first page. But it wasn't the first response because
I don't believe
SEO.
you.
Yeah. So I found his YouTube, and I was like, you know what? Let's see because now I'm just looking for it, So then I go to his video, which Alex ripped, and now we're going to all watch and talk about together. But let's not say, we're going to bleep out his name because I don't want to give him any.
Why aren't we saying his name?
Because I don't want, even if people tweeted him to be like, hey, you're a fucking asshole. I don't want, even if he gets one follower from it, I'll have failed. So I want this guy to be anonymous.
But I think nobody that listens to us would follow him. They would maybe say something nasty to him in his Twitter. I feel like we should tell. I think we should give out his name.
Well, they're gonna say his name here. We'll decide afterwards whether we bleep it or not. I just feel like it's even funnier if we trash a guy without him even realizing that we're, it's the ultimate comment.
It's amazing. It's amazing that Ray Sani was hosting at the Comedy Zone.
All right, let's see a little bit of this. Bleep it all. Okay, pause 1 sec there. Oh, wait, this isn't even the one that I want. Alex, can you go? Sorry, there's another video where he's wearing shorts, and I want that one. That's the one.
I mean, this is casual enough. This Dingleberry is wearing one of those fucking cloth back, like not even a snapback.
Yeah,
it goes through the copper, the loop.
Yeah, you got
whatever.
You got it free at a golf outing once.
Yeah, they sell them at LL Bean or give them away everywhere else.
Yeah. So I told you the wrong video, Alex. Sorry, I meant the one of his the one where he's wearing shorts. Maybe that's his most recent one. Is that his most recent one, Alex?
So while we're pulling that up, why don't I just read this brief interaction that I had with some Rod, or we have it now?
It's back.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Okay, here we go.
So he just played Comedy Zone. Do you know where this is? Is it North Carolina?
I don't. Yeah. Is there more than one?
Yeah, there's a couple.
Okay.
Charlotte.
All right, let's see it.
Put your hands together for.
Okay, so he's getting called from off screen. So I assume is he hosting? All right, so right away, pause. He's got the tightest white shirt. I mean, this used to fit 10 years ago.
Maybe, if that. I mean, he has full white guy scallop body.
Yeah.
Like, look at
uncooked scallop.
Yeah, uncooked scallop, not even charred on the edges to make it edible at all.
Yeah.
He's spilling out of his, childhood white tee. Again, he's got a backwards hat on.
Backwards hat, glasses, and khaki shorts.
Yeah, khaki shorts.
And I know this isn't, this seems obvious to us, but maybe to those who don't do comedy, it's not. And to new comedians, I guess it's not either. But comedians don't wear shorts on stage.
There's a level of professionalism that we have to hit while talking about cum.
Yeah, and you can't be able to see my kneecaps while I do it. The only people that really can ever do that are like Lewis does it, I guess, or like Aaron Berg maybe.
Well, and they both do it because they're badass.
Yeah, exactly.
Lewis, I don't follow any fucking rules, and it's like, well, you're on stage 4 times a month, so don't worry about it. they're gonna get you in whatever outfit you're currently in.
Yeah. So let's give him the odds. Let's give it to him. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
Sure.
Hope that
it's hot. Let's pretend it's 115 degrees.
Here we go.
Yes.
Oh, the classic kick the cord. What did he say?
Yeah, back that up. I want to catch every word. Oh, somebody already got up and left. Wait, go ahead, play it.
This mic cord sucks.
The mic cord sucks, okay? And then at 19 seconds, someone stands up and leaves.
Road trip, and on the way back, I asked my friend, "Can we stop at this Waffle House real quick? I'm mad hungry." He goes, "Waffle House is probably closed. It's pretty late." I was like, "You don't understand. They don't even have locks. You can go there anytime. I promise."
Pause. That was the joke that was supposed to hit real hard because he did that thing when a joke doesn't land where you go like, right?
What did he say?
He said,
they don't even have clocks. Is that what he said?
No, he goes, they don't even have lives.
Lives, I think, yeah.
They don't have lives. So, of course, they're going to be, that Waffle House is going to always be open.
Wow. Not only do they have lives, but those lives matter.
Yes, they do.
Waffle House lives matter.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
I hate this guy. Hang on, press pause again because this guy seems like every fucking like shapeless jamoke that I knew in kindergarten. That like, do you remember those kids that would eat M&Ms? Like for whatever reason, their parents hated them so much that they'd throw a fistful of M&Ms into a sandwich bag, and like that was their entire lunch.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to watch these fucking sticky fingered retards try to reach into the bag and like fist feed themselves M&Ms, but the chocolate would like gather in a pool of drool underneath their teeth and like would sometimes spill out their bottom lips.
Like dip.
Yeah, that's who this fucking loser reminds me of. It's this one kid, Lenny, from first grade.
Fuck you, Lenny.
And he stole my girlfriend, Shannon Collodi. I think I told the story before on the podcast, but I made her a homemade Christmas card with like sponge paint, puff paint. I made this whole goddamn thing, gave it to her, and she said, "No, thanks. I'm with Lenny." And I looked over at Lenny, and he's like drooling M&Ms on his chin. And I was like, I'm going to kick fuck the two of you to death.
Dude, did I tell you my first girlfriend, quote unquote girlfriend in fourth grade? I bought like I bought a mood ring for, and then I went to give it to her, and we were on the bus together, and she goes, "Oh my God," she goes, I want to tell you something. And I was like, "Oh, I want to tell you something too, but you go first." I was like so excited to have this ring to like blam out, and then she was like, I think we should stop being boyfriend and girlfriend," and I was like, "Oh," and then she's like, "What do you have?" And I'm like, "It's a mood ring."
I have a black mood ring.
Yeah.
You've ruined it.
Yeah.
It was turquoise blue before this,
Yeah.
you bitch.
Now it's red for heartbreak. But that pissed me off. So, but yeah, let's go back to this guy for a second.
I went to Waffle House. I tipped the waitress about 40%. I'm not bragging. It's part of the story. Just give me a second. My credit card alert came up going 40%. Is that a fraudulent charge? And I was like, well, I did it in an attempt to get laid, and it didn't work. So yeah, it's a fraudulent charge.
I want to fucking decapitate this
Get
guy.
that hand out of your pocket right now.
The faux
Casualness.
the faux casualness, his weekend dad vibe. Like he looks like a guy that had a kid too early in his life, and he will not let go of how he dressed in college.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So he's me.
now watch this
As
guy.
I'm saying that in pink hair and a tie-dye hoodie. Who do I think I am? Who do I think I am? This whole thing has given me no connection to reality whatsoever, and I've decided what's behind these eyes is correct, and everything outside is my enemy.
That's fair. It's fair, and I'll take it. Yeah, but again, this is like, and I don't even think we're gonna be able to get through this guy's whole set. But I want to hear one more joke. But just keep in mind, this is a person commenting on another comedian's post, calling him a simp on a successful stand-up clip post where people were laughing.
But regardless of that, this guy dressed in the way he dresses with his, absolutely backboneless structure is calling you, a married guy, a simp, where this guy would legitimately slither under any doorstop just to like get a sniff of pussy.
Yeah, he's like if the fucking, god damn it, if I knew his name, it would be, he's like if fucking Slimer got reincarnated into a real boy.
Yeah, that is exactly it.
Let's see one more joke, or maybe the first joke.
It would feel a lot better if I hadn't been on this McDonald's kick for the last 21 years.
All right, first laugh.
I live with my grandpa, so everything is going great.
Hang on. Can you press pause real quick and just keep it up, Alex? You might as well, because this, like, the outfit, he just couldn't have picked worse colors for his body. Because the hat is up on his forehead. It's the same color as his hair, so it just makes it look like his dad gave him a shape up. like it's not even done well. It's just a full semicircle, almost like a hair circumcision around his face. Then he has a white t-shirt, which kind of blends into his skin. And then you're like, oh, that white is like really glaring. And then you go down and you're like, wait, does he have just baggy genitals? What's happening? And then you're like, oh no, that's just really pale khaki that also blends in with his skin.
He's wearing skin-colored shorts.
And then his dumb gray shoes with no socks just looked like he's been stepping in puddles all day. Like he's a kid just jumping in no galoshes from rain puddle to puddle.
100 feet back on the stage. Let's go.
He's going to die, this guy.
Yeah. By my hands. No.
There's not living with him's all right. There's only been one awkward moment. I saw him walking without his shirt on. And man, that was just a disgusting sight. And it couldn't have come at a worse time because I was just about to masturbate. But don't worry about it, guys. I persevered.
Pause it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a bringer show audience. When you hear laughter and you go, well, there's no good reason that any human would laugh at that. Why were so many people laughing at that? And someone even tried to start an applause. That's because those are his close friends and family in the audience.
They know the word masturbate is not supposed to be said in public, but he said it, thus funny.
I can't even get through this, man. I can't.
No, this guy sucks. He's whatever. It's just one of those decisions where I think we should keep his name in just simply because it's a lesson to be learned that you shouldn't be a fucking dumbass to other comedians who have a bigger platform than you. You're just starting out. You don't deserve this treatment from Mike and I.
No!
However, you're getting it because you're a dumb fuck that decided to make a very public comment on another comedian. Ape shall not kill ape, my friend. But instead, you fucking absolute bag of curdled milk, you decided to try to come at my friend, and now you got the wrath of both of us. We're gonna kill you if we see you.
And now sometimes McDonald's does mention Burger King, okay? And Coke does mention Pepsi, because here we are, and you're lucky we got nothing better to do.
You're lucky. You know what? We have one other thing that we do have a little bit better to do, which is read all our 5-star reviews.
Hey, oh my god.
I don't even know if we're a half hour in. Probably not, right, Alex? I think we started late. Who gives a shit? But guys, go to Irish Goodbye Podcast on iTunes, on whatever, and rate, review. That helps us jump up in the top 200, all that stuff. We've been in and out of that goddamn lineup for a very long time. We're making waves. We're putting out a ton of content during this quarantine, all quality stuff. Tell your friends. Tell them to listen to the pod. We got our YouTube page, obviously, Irish Goodbye Pod, or is it Irish Goodbye Podcast? Whatever.
Irish Goodbye
Just
Podcast on
start
Instagram.
typing. You're gonna fucking find it. Also, Twitter, Irish Goodbye Pod, and Instagram, Irish Goodbye Pod. Right?
Yes, Twitter's Irish Goodbye Pod.
Yeah, all that stuff. And not to mention, we have our, email us if you have any questions, if you have a story yourself that you want to share with us. This would be the perfect time, to be honest. If you have a story that you want us to read on air, punch up, comment on, do whatever the fuck we do, this is the time to send it in to us because you are 100% guaranteed for us to read it.
And we have a bunch of would you rathers we'll get to in the second half that listeners have sent us in. So
awesome.
And thank you for doing that. And guys, if you want to continue to support the show, you can go to podcastmerch.com and buy a shirt, buy a hoodie. They're up, they're ready to go. They're fucking still shipping them out. Look at that fucking Popeyes one. Boy, I wish I had that.
Yeah, that'd be nice if either of us owned our own merch.
But you could have it, and you should get it. You can also sign up for a Gas Digital Network subscription using the code IGP, and that way you get access to all our other shows.
Hold up, IGP30 is actually the code. We're giving away a 30-day free trial right now.
Okay, boom. Use that, and then and then keep supporting us, guys. We appreciate it. There's no way to come to shows right now. If you guys want to support us in other ways, usually this is where we would plug our road dates. But since we don't know if any of those are even happening anymore until fucking July, then you should check out our Patreon. We have started a
baby.
Patreon called
Patreon.
Yeah,
patreon.com/scenariopod. It's a new podcast called What's the Scenario? It's with me, Michael Feeney, and our favorite recurring guest on Irish Goodbye, Brendan Sagalow, the person that we talked about and slammed for quite a bit early on in this episode. But that show is entirely dedicated to scenarios, hypotheticals, what-if situations. It's like comedy obstacle course. We throw those things out, we riff, we insult each other, we get very personal. It's behind a paywall, so we say some absolutely unforgivable shit. Check it out. Patreon.com/scenariopod. I think we have a ton of episodes. We have extra episodes already. We have extra content. You could sign up for $5, $10, $20, whatever the fuck you want. And it's really a lot of fun over there. So
and that'll go directly to us. So that really helps us out during these trying times, you guys. So we really would appreciate that. And then Alex, how can people support you?
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Alex Scar, and check out my podcast, Broad Topics, TOPIX, with Kim Congdon on Gas Digital Network every Thursday at 9:30. You can watch the live stream for free, and then it comes out on demand for free every Monday.
Hell yeah. Stream our albums. Do that. Go on Spotify or Pandora whenever you're not listening actively, or if you want to listen to it, obviously, check that out. Go on Pandora, Spotify, stream our albums, put it on repeat. You could even mute your computer, whatever. We just want those numbers up so we can get the funds. And I put my first hour, I think it just kicked in, up on YouTube for whole single shot. It's got the audio quality of the album up there. And so I have 2 hours in complete pieces on my YouTube, as well as a ton of other clips. So I have 3 hours of fucking stand up on my goddamn YouTube, plus podcast clips, plus all this other stuff and TV appearances. You name it. Mike Cannon comedy, and definitely subscribe to Feeney's as well. He's got a ton of his own stuff, and you're about to put up your whole hour, right?
Yeah, I got about two weeks left until I put it that, and then I'll have every joke from the album out in individual clips, and then from there I'm putting the whole thing out in one long spiel. So it's a lot of people that bought it were like, I want to see the visual part to this, so that is coming, and it will be free on my YouTube channel. So Mike,
hell yeah,
and then that's it.
Excellent. All right. So briefly, just before we get back into the thing, this is just another, since this is the petty episode.
Yeah.
This guy, so like I said, I'm getting all this shit from these anti-circumcision people. They are just they're so motivated. I had to take down the original version of the video, which I'm such an asshole. I called it circumcision is mutilation, and I put all the tags that you'd want people to find it that would have a tough time with. And of course they found it, because what do when they're bored? They fucking, during a pandemic, they Google circumcision people, and they want to bring rain and storms to their day.
Mm-hmm.
So I took that down, but then a few of them have found my special and are trying to thumbs down it. They're trying to spread it in the circumcision community, fuck me, I'm this anti-advocate or whatever. It's insane. But this one guy, Jay Wilson, he wrote, after admitting that he knows this is in the comments of my special, after admitting that he knows it's genital mutilation, he then goes on to do a round of dick shaming jokes. It isn't new, and it definitely is not funny. This guy will say anything for a laugh. The BS the BS starts at 22:37. And it's just like he just said the exact right thing. Yes, you're right. I will say legitimately anything for a laugh. It's a fucking joke, you non-computing human zero. It's unbelievable how little these people can comprehend or stretch their mind to fully process things. They just don't get it. So whatever. Then I wrote, you're right. Again, nothing but time, kid. I wrote, you're right. It's not funny. I'll be sure to tell the crowd they were wrong. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the special. This is my favorite part, because this is more symbolic of everybody who is anti certain comedy. It's only offensive if it comes back to you personally, right? So the only way you can feel shame is if you are already filled with shame about your awful fucking, burnt steak tip dick, as we called it, I think, on the last episode. But it's if you have an ugly looking mule and you've been told that your entire life, and girls have unzipped your pants and been like, what is that copper penny smell coming out of the hood of your cock? then yeah, I guess you probably feel bad about it for the rest of your life. But I'm making jokes, idiot. I'm not some girl that looked at it and was like, "Bleh," and couldn't hold down her dinner. So I just, he wrote, so if I make a joke about deaths by COVID-19 and people laugh, then it's funny?
It's like, you should. I hope that you sent the highlight of us Italian opera singing right after that.
I wish I did. I actually should probably, you know what? After this episode, I'm going to tag him in that.
Yeah.
So I just wrote back. That's exactly what that means. Like, what escapes you there? What is the shock? Like, what is the problem? Is that not? Do you not get comedy? That's how it works. Somebody says something, they laugh. That automatically equals comedy. That is funny.
It's also just, I mean, it never gets old. The people that take comedy as religion, as if we're like in the House of Representatives trying to pass bills on circumcision legislation. It's like, why don't you fucking put your efforts into that? You know what I mean? It's because you can affect no change in your world. So you need to just find, I mean, it'd be like if I did a joke about baseball and steroids and you were passionate about the steroids being out of baseball and you just got mad at me for talking about steroids. Like, get mad at baseball for that, not at me.
Truly. And also get a better argument, because all of your arguments really suck. They're comparing it to female circumcision, which is not the same thing. I get the argument of anti-circumcision. Again, like I said in the bit, I kind of agree with it. It's just not something I chose to do. I went the other direction. Do I think it's still a bit of mutilation and like fucked up? Yeah, there's definitely part of me that had to wrestle with that, and especially after doing it, dressing my son's wound and witnessing like all that stuff. It's like it's more traumatizing than I initially thought. If you wanted to have a real human-to-human conversation about it, we could talk about that. However, when you then attack me on Twitter or YouTube and you're like, it's basically blade rape to a kid's perfect dick, and you're like, and all your arguments are like the innocence of a child, and it's like anybody who is super hooked on the innocence of a child. I don't know if we talked about it on this show or any show or what it may have been, but like the innocence of a child, if that is just always coming out of your face, you sniff kids' underpants. That's what you do. Your life is spent dreaming about a kid's pristine cock.
Well, that's
you are a disgusting predator. You're a predator. Stop talking about innocence like it's this fucking delicious trait you could have. It's over. As soon as you're born, you're not innocent. Original sin.
Jesus first, you guys.
You heard it pieces of shit. So, not to mention, I have a bit of pettiness to show as well, since this is the petisode. I was also slammed by a open micer, and I sent Alex that clip as well, and I would like to bring that up. Alex, do you have it?
Hold on, I'm confused. Which one?
The one I sent you just before.
I know something's up. I fucking know it, and
you don't know anything. I tried to set this up in too creative of a way, but now I should just to peel back the curtain. I'm talking about myself.
I didn't understand where you were going.
I know.
Sorry.
You ruined the entire reveal, Alex. Jesus Christ! I found one of my. I think it might be my fifth ever, but it's in front of my family and friends. It was like a bringer at the Triad Theater.
Your bringer.
It's my bringer. Yeah, I think that place seats 120. It's where Dave Smith did his special. It's where I think it seats like 120, 130. I sat like 75 people.
Oh my God! Look at this guy, by the way. This is what I looked like my first time doing
this guy. This is Looper Feeney, which is weird. But no, this is Jonesy, who I know now still, but he lives in LA. He's like a musician / actor. But go ahead. You could hear it in his voice. So I gave him an introduction. I knew so little about doing stand-up. I gave him a funny introduction to bring me up. And you could hear the disdain and disgust in his face when he reads it.
Wait, can I ask you this?
Hold on, press pause.
How long has he been doing comedy?
At this point?
Yes.
I mean, at least like 7 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Jesus
so
he's
like hosting bringers, you know what I mean? So he's a professional comedian at this point.
I can't believe that's so nice of him to not just be like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Right. I think this was November of 2008.
Wow. All right, let's see it.
This dude, he gave me something interesting to say. I like when that happens.
Press pause.
No, you don't.
He does not like when that happens. if you can gain anything from this podcast, anytime a comedian says you guys are fun, I like you guys or I enjoy when this happens, they mean the exact opposite.
Yeah.
We're like women that way.
Yeah. We learn from the best.
He
Go ahead.
stars in several low-budget porn films.
No.
Oh yeah! Give it up for Michael Cannon, everybody. Try that. This place is great, isn't it? I feel like there should be some giant young girl holding strings and just controlling me. A little bit of a bug out. So I'm nervous as shit.
Well,
First
that was
true
like,
thing
The
I've
mic
said.
came out clean because
Hold
it
on,
could have
hold
been
on.
like my first blowjob and just... That would have been no good for
Press
me.
pause.
I cannot, and frankly will not get over how clean shaven and young you look. I mean, you look 11. It is
My hair is jet black.
jet black.
My hand is in my pocket.
Stay confident.
Guys, if you can take away anything from our show, it's that we are two of the biggest hypocrites on planet Earth.
The hypocrite episode.
Yeah. Keep going.
mean-
I might want to watch this full 8 minutes because, dude, there are so many jokes through this that do well, that feed me with, like, you see my confidence. First of all, I go on stage with an 11 out of 10 confidence.
Your confidence and you're way more animated. Look at your smile. You look like Heath Ledger's Joker. Look at the
I'm
corners.
literally like, I'm just putting on a used car salesman face, just like, hey, if I keep smiling, they'll think I'm doing well regardless.
Yeah. And I just the confidence is crazy. I love that not much has changed. You still do it. You still have a Biggie shirt on.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
It's still a Biggie shirt, still making a blowjob joke right out of the gate.
Yeah.
There's so many jokes that I've like since recycled. Just keep going.
How's everybody doing, though?
Oh no.
Fuck you. I'm fucking broke. Broke, man. It's terrible. You know, trying to move into the city, everything like that. I'm walking down the street and I see this homeless guy, and he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, mister, can you spare some change?" And I'm like, yeah, you know, gave him the change out of the pocket. 2 minutes later, down the street, I realized his net worth was now bigger than mine. So I beat the shit out of him and took it back. But it must be great to have, you know, I see these guys walking around the city.
Pause real quick. Pause real
Alex.
quick. Because one, I'm pretty sure every single comedian on earth has done that, a version of
some
that joke.
version of that's the equivalent of like the male black comic who has the joke about being like, I was walking down the street late at night and then a white woman was walking in front of me. So then
Right.
she started walking faster. So then I started walking faster. And then all of a sudden she thought I was going to rob her. So I robbed her.
Dude, all of my jokes are that misdirection. So they're all like, I'm going to misdirect, but I don't because I'm lazy.
Yeah. Dude, what I cannot get over is your facial expressions in this. You're like so Dane Cookie, like,
oh, yeah. Well, he's like who I wanted to be when I started. I thought I really look at myself. I thought I had a jawline. Like I thought a lot of things were going to happen for me, and just I wish I could tell this kid a thing or two about a thing or two.
Yeah, I wish this kid would know he's going to have pink hair in Rockland
as a dad.
12 years.
As a dad, yeah. The one thing that you know what, if I could tell this kid that not being good didn't kill his career, a pandemic did.
Yeah.
Like that's actually kind of cool. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I can
Take comfort
always,
in that.
if this takes me out, I can at least say like it was just a sweeping pandemic, the likes of which the world has never seen, and just frankly, I couldn't keep the boat afloat, so I just had to become.
It wasn't
a garbage
responsible. It wasn't
Yeah.
responsible with
Yeah.
the child to
Yeah.
keep doing this.
Exactly. What a great exit ramp. All right, go ahead, keep going.
But it must be great to have, you know, I see these guys walking around the city in their suits and their slick back hair looking like stick dicks. But, you know, it must be great to have that kind of job security, because me, I'm blowing homeless guys in some alley for a portion of their change cup.
Pause it, please. First off, you said stick dick and you stuck it to a point where I know you thought that was going to be a t-shirt for you.
I thought it was going to be my website. Stickdick.com.
Just a couple stick dicks. 2-5, baby.
And the whole t-shirt would just be one line going down with a capital D at the bottom.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
You know how many fucking hairs I get in my mouth? It's awful. Oh, awful. Well, you know when you're broke, you gotta ride the bus? That sucks. You meet all kinds of interesting people. The other day, I'm walking up to the bus and, I see this...
Pause real quick. This is gonna be the most embarrassing part of this. Because I took a tag from this joke and it's on my special.
Oh, no. I also just want to say that I still can't get over what your eyebrows are doing. They're like Michael Keaton, dude. Yeah. They're like bouncing around.
My face looks like I'm on Percocet. It's puddle face. Like I can't keep it in one direction.
Were you stone sober?
I was... Yeah, I probably didn't even drink. I mean, I definitely drank at this point, but I don't think I drank before doing this show.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Kinds of interesting people. The other day, I'm walking up to the bus and, I see this, I don't know, he was light brown, I guess he was Arab, whatever. But I see him and he goes, steps aside, he goes,
Pause. Can we send a toilet drop to 2008? He was light brown. I guess he was Arab.
And then just shook it off, and the crowd was like...
It's not even a joke.
Your own family didn't give you anything on that.
And they're racist. Like, what the fuck?
They're like, Mike, go get back to blowing the homeless.
We don't say that in public.
Yeah, not into the microphone.
Arabs.
Go ahead.
Right, go ahead.
The next one, you go ahead. I go, if you're not getting on this shit, neither am I, bud. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, dropping the mic, even walking a little bit.
But
hold on, press pause.
What was that Jim Carrey? Calm down.
That was, listen, none of this is me. It's all what I've seen, right? So I'm five shows in. And I'm just like, I'm cutting off laughs. I'm cutting off applause. I'm embarrassed by support. Like I can't, it's too much feeling for me. You ever see, like, my godson, he hates it when people sing him happy birthday. Like, he can't stand when the room gets together and actually focuses their energy on him. Because he's like, I asked him, I'm like, what's the deal with that? He's like, it just feels weird. It's like, I totally understand that impulse of, like, having the room focus be on you and just being like, I don't know what to do in my body.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But, and you meet these women, and I met this woman, and, tell me why the older a woman gets, the more makeup she puts on, the more it looks like she's a proud owner of a cock. You know what I'm saying? Like, her face looks like a fucked up birthday cake. She's always licking her lips just like...
Hold on, press pause. Okay, so the tag at least changed a little.
What was it?
I said the tag in this was, oh my God, look at my face.
That's what I'm saying.
The tag of this was, her face looks like a fucked up birthday cake. But when I said it on my special, I said it looks like she applied her makeup by smashing her face into a birthday cake.
Right. All right.
Little nuance. It took me 11 years to get there, but...
I love it.
This is hurtful. I don't know why. Yeah. I think this is now.
Why did you volunteer this?
Because we have nothing, and I just found this, and I'm like floored by it. I can't believe it.
It's crazy.
I know. All right, go ahead.
Need to add something on my teeth. So I fucked her, but like, I barely got it on. My dick was al dente at best.
Which I still use.
But I have that problem a little bit. I party, I get drunk, so whiskey dick occurs. And this is an awful joke, by the way. I'm sorry in advance, but this happens to me every once in a while. I can't get it up, and I'll be banging this girl, and it'll be approaching 40, 50 minutes, and I'm like, wow, this is my personal best. And I look down, and I'm not even inside of her. She's humping my stomach.
Pause. So that's on my special as well.
I've heard that before. This is unbelievable.
Oh my God. Keep going. Just keep going.
The nifty little move. I put my finger and brace it next to the wiggly guy. I call it a cock splint. And I just kind of try to jimmy it in there like that. It's awful. So like I said, I love
Press
partying,
pause
and it's
real quick.
great.
So that after I did that joke, I found out that also was like a joke every comedian has done.
Yeah.
I think maybe most notably Gilbert Gottfried had like almost the exact same joke that I had not heard up until that point. But also, listen to how well I'm doing. Like I'm crushing. These people should be more embarrassed than me.
Yeah. It's that bringer audience, baby.
Yeah, this was okay. This was considered entertainment in 2000, late 08.
They paid out the nose to do this.
They sure did. My Uncle Jimmy, this is true from this show. My Uncle Jimmy, who tried stand up twice and then like killed so hard he was like, I beat the game, never had to do it again. He was at this show, and
Are you gonna tell the Marco story or the story of him fighting trying to fight?
Yeah. That's exactly right. Have I told that on the show?
Yes.
Oh, dude. So I'll just briefly run through it. But he, should I not? You make me feel terrible.
Alex, how many times have you heard this story?
I can't remember this one at the moment.
Okay.
You fucking piece of shit. Good. Thank you, Alex. I wish I could see you so I could.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. So there she is.
Yeah.
So my uncle, who is like, a brazen alcoholic, and instead of ordering the, little Dixie cup filled alcohol drinks that they were serving at the Triad, he brought in a full liter of Absolute vodka and was just ordering cran juice, and he drank a full liter of vodka during the entire show. And then after, like Marco, who now owns the Eastville Comedy Club in Brooklyn, he went up to my uncle and was like, "Hey, what is this? You guys were drinking vodka all night?" And my uncle went to move by him, and he's like, "Sir," and he like stopped my uncle, who again 6'5", 500 pounds, right?
Yeah.
And my uncle just belly bounced him like he had an exercise ball attached under his shirt, and just moved Marco about 8 feet across the room, and was like, "I'll be getting out of here now, thank you." And just fucking walked down the steps. It was like completely alpha'd him the fuck out of the
100%.
way.
What are you gonna do in that situation?
Unbelievable. But what a hardcore alcoholic to bring in full liter about, like, airplane bottles are kind of like, all right, we could sneak that past everybody. You got us, but you brought in a full fucking liter.
Where did he have it that they didn't hear him clinking? He
had it in a transparent plastic bag. I don't know how they didn't notice it. Maybe he put it in my Aunt Tammy's like purse or something like that. But I don't know. All right, so keep going.
This is crazy.
Are you having a good time? Or is this
I'm just so, I cannot believe how animated you are. I mean, you are killing. It's so funny.
Yeah.
But it's like, go ahead.
This is great. Yeah.
Are you having a good time?
I don't know if you are. I feel like I'm having a fun time, but you look like you're like speechless. And
I'm happy. I'm mortified. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed.
Dude, at least this is 11 years ago and not something I filmed recently in earnest.
Yes,
last week. So.
Go ahead.
And my dad hate his fucking guts. Hate his guts. But my dad, he's like, "Michael, your lifestyle is not conducive towards success." And I said, "What?"
Pause real quick. Believe it or not.
Oh, that is an unflattering angle.
Believe it or not, I wrote that joke on cocaine. Believe it or not, I was in my buddy James's backyard playing wiffle ball, about to have a heart attack, and I was just like texting T9ing into my fucking notepads of my flip phone, and I wrote that horseshit joke.
Some themes never die,
Yeah, no, they don't. I mean, buddy, there's like even more that makes this special. Keep going.
You date a pig with braces that has a 2-year-old kid, and she's not even a 16-year-old Puerto Rican. Did somebody say, "Oh, wait, that doesn't happen"?
Alex, I promise I will quit the show if you make that the fucking highlight. Like you can make any other part of this the highlight, but I cannot have that like as an okay
Pig
thing.
with a 2-year-old kid, and she's not even Puerto Rican. Now there's a toilet flush of all toilet
A
flushes.
16-year-old Puerto Rican, and not only that. So the joke is the joke, right? It's a bad, tasteless joke with very little racial nuance, just mostly racist, as one might say. But then, Alex, play this part because I get mad at it doing well, and I manufacture somebody groaning.
Oh, like that doesn't happen? My bad. Sorry, yeah, no young Puerto Rican girls ever get pregnant. Sorry about that.
No joke, just getting angry at people.
Scared about sex. You know, I try not to have it, you know, even when it happens on purpose. But I try not to have so much sex. It's nerve-wracking. I see all these signs around the city. It's like, AIDS, we're not taking this laying down. I'm just like, that's actually exactly how you get it. That's how I got it.
That's not a bad joke. That's how I got it.
Those gross friends.
The groans on that. They're like, come on.
It's like every edgelord hackneyed topic that could possibly come up. I'm hitting it, baby. I'm 1-2 punching nonstop. All right, keep going. I want to get through the entire set.
This is crazy. I don't think there's enough time.
I think we have all the time in the fucking world.
Yeah, let's go.
It's awful. Well, you know, we all have those gross friends too. Those guys that are just teetering on the edge of syphilis. You know, they're gross and they're always bragging about their conquests. Like, bro, just fuck this dime piece, bro. Just fuck this dime piece. It's like, man, that's super exciting. Like, great. Have you spoken to her since? He's like, nah, you know, for some reason, for the next 4 days, she had a full-blown fever. I'm like, oh, did it happen to you too? That sucks. Mine, I just give them instant AIDS. They just pass out immediately.
I like that. I like that part of the video because there's apparently a full conversation happening.
A full-blown conversation.
A full conversation happening somewhere where that mic or another mic is picking up the guy's conversation.
Yeah. And probably like, why is everybody laughing at this? It's like the only 3 people that aren't related to me. They're like, what the fuck is happening right now? Are we in some sort of
They're like, do we not know what
alternate
comedy
universe?
Yeah. Please play.
So I like this, you know, my friends, talking about my friends, I love them to death, but they're sons of bitches. How you doing? But I love my friends, you know, they're always making fun of me though, because I'm the littlest and the skinny.
I want that I do as a drop, and it has to be by next week, Alex, because that is unbelievable. I need to see
First
it
of all,
again.
you have to have the ow, how you doing? Like, it has to be the whole thing.
I want to see that again.
Yeah. You can do it. Can you rewind it a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bitches. How you doing? But I love my friends, you know, they're always making fun of me though.
There's not even context. There's nothing.
There's
There's no follow-up.
There's no nothing. I think that's just something my friends and I would say to each other. Like,
How
right?
are you
like,
doing?
How you doing? Like that, just that dumb fuck thing. Like I just slipped into comfort because I felt like I was talking to my friends.
Yeah, you were. All of them.
I was.
Go ahead.
I'm the littlest and the skinniest of the bunch. All of them are fucking meat pistons jamming needles in their asses. They're always like, Mike, man, you're so fucking skinny, bro. You're such a twerp. That's the worst word. You're a fucking twerp. And I'm just like, dude, I don't think I'm that skinny. I think I'm a normal, thin kid with a healthy coke problem. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's weird. Like,
Let's
I
pause
eat
real
all
quick.
the time.
The conversation is Marco. I hear his voice.
Is it?
I hear his fucking voice, that piece of shit. He's the goddamn producer of the show.
Can you pick up anything he's saying? He's just going.
No, he's just like, oh, this guy's doing what he brought everybody. You just got to give him, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta give him 8. Is that guy drinking a liter of vodka over there? Should I say something? I'll wait till after the show.
He's like, I probably shouldn't say something. And then you hear somebody like, definitely, dude. Yeah, definitely say something. You can't be bitching.
Did you used to be a boxer? You'll take him. Go ahead.
Because I constantly smoke pot. You know, so I shouldn't be this skinny. It's weird. The other night I was watching Gladiator high, and holy shit, man. You gotta try it. It is like arrows, swords, oh my God. It's ridiculous, you know? And I was thinking, I was just like, what do you do if you get stabbed or shot with an arrow? There's no Medicare, there's no Blue Cross Blue Shield. There's nothing. What the fuck do you do? So fuck it, I figured I'd just drop down and rub one out. Either that or I'm running around cupping balls. Because if I'm dying, everybody else is gonna be embarrassed.
Pause it, please. The confidence to roll the sleeve up after the first punchline before you hit him with the tags is unbelievable.
I mean, every part of this, like, so I didn't watch the whole thing leading up to the episode. I thought it would be fun to kind of unveil it for us, like, and I am having a good time, but it's substantially diminished over the last few seconds. I have not had as much fun as I was originally having, and this sucks.
How much more time is left? 5 minutes?
Yeah, 17 minutes. Well, let's just play it. Yeah, just run it, because I think it's less than 2 minutes.
Okay.
I'd like to take this time, you know, I'm a single guy. I think that's obvious by now. I think no self-respecting girl would date this scumbag. But, you know,
Hold on, press pause.
Was this on a break?
Nicole was in the audience.
Were you guys dating again at that point?
Like kinda, but not really. This is like we had started dating in February of that year, but we were like not official. Like we were not what is it called? Steady.
I also want to just note that you sent me like a 5-second clip of this earlier, and in that clip you can hear in current time Nicole in the background going, I can't watch that, and walking away.
Yeah. You want to know what's even more embarrassing, though, is like, yeah, she walked away and, like, you know, had her self-respect today, but back then she blew me after this. So.
That's why she was trying to forget.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My fault because I break up with girls for really weird reasons. Like this one girl in high school, she had really rough hands. That doesn't sound like a big deal, but I'm talking about construction worker burly shits. Like she's been working with cinder blocks, like she could strip a screw out of a 2x4. You know what I'm saying?
That's not bad.
Not bad.
She looked like she could be a hand model for a strangler in a horror movie. Oh, it's terrible.
I like that.
I was scared that she was gonna power sand my cock. The vein would be ground down to a nub. I wouldn't be
It always comes back
circumcised
to
anymore.
dick. Circumcised!
But my biggest pet peeve with women are those huge, like, Brett the Hitman Hart Armageddon goggle sunglasses. You know what I'm saying? They cover up their whole face so they all look great. They take off their glasses, they have Down syndrome. It's like, oh my God.
Pause it a sec. How you doing, Ernest? I gotta say, I am furious that we didn't make bingo boards before this of like all the topics that you would hit upon: circumcision, dad, partying, drugs, cocaine, steroids.
Yeah, I have grown zero.
Play.
Hold on, rewind a little bit because this requires some momentum to really get into the final. There you go.
It's like, oh my God. How you doing? The reason why I hate it so much is because this one time I was walking in the mall and I saw this girl and she was leaning up against Radio Shack, had the glasses, looked real good, you know, whatever. So I walked up to her, said some things, got her to giggle. She pulled off her glasses. It was my fucking dad. I was like, Dad! You know how close I was to fucking you? So I fucked him, but like... Thank you very much, everybody. I'm like that.
All right. I gotta say, that last joke is the worst one. I mean, that one is it's just 3 like of the exact reveals in a row. He took it off, and it's my dad, and then I almost fucked you. So
and then I did, and I hate that guy. So you know I wasn't gentle.
That was what a wild ride. Thank you for allowing us to go on that journey.
Hey, anytime, pal. And I'll tell you what, there's more to come. If I could fucking dig up any embarrassing footage that I have over this quarantine, I'm posting it, baby. Let's just do it.
I have my first set somewhere that's from fucking it was a 20-minute set the first time I ever was on stage in college. So like I'll have to find it, but there's no way. We'll have to do it in 3-minute chunks. And it is, I remember trying to watch it once and had to pause because I was sweating too much. That's how bad.
Oh yeah, dude. Right now I have my pits are pissing. It's a bad scene in my armpits right now. I'm doing it for the show, and I want to show people that we're throwing heat and we're giving out whatever we can during this time. But man, I do feel much lower about myself.
That's when you want to make your Irish goodbye.